Hello friends, welcome to Because Astrology Believe with Logics. So in this video, we will be discussing about the instability and the chaos that would be created in the month of April, or I would rather say the cosmic energy shifts that would be occurring throughout the month of April. So Moon takes near about 2 to 2.5 days to traverse in one zodiac sign. Sun takes 1 month. Mercury and Venus takes less than 1 month, whereas Mars takes near about 45 to 50 days. These are small planets, but what about bigger planets? Jupiter, Saturn, and shadow planets Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu takes 18 months, whereas Jupiter takes 12 months to transit in one zodiac. Saturn takes near about 2.5 years. So what is so special in this month of April? In this month, the April 22, all the 9 planets would be shifting their respective positions. So what this indicates, what energy does this signifies? So we will be studying in this short video the cosmic chaos and the instability in the month of April. To begin with, we have energies in the 3 zodiac signs, that is Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and the later part in Aries as well. At present, the Capricorn is connected with Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Aquarius consists of Jupiter. Rahu and Ketu, they are in Taurus and Scorpion axis. But as the month of April comes, all these planets will be shifting their positions. 31st March, Venus will be shifting from Capricorn to Aquarius, leaving behind Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn, they are in the Capricorn sign. Mars is exalted, Saturn is in its own house. This is a chaotic time for a mundane astrology, being the last World War, this World War II, was started when Mars and Saturn were expecting each other. Mars was in 10th sign, exalted, Saturn was in 4th sign. So Mars was very strong, Saturn was somewhat weak. It led to World War II. And this time we'll see the interesting facts, the interesting developments throughout the world when the Mars and Saturn, they are together in the 10th sign of Capricorn, the current sign, the original sign of work of Karl Bosch chart. 7th of April, the Mars will be leaving Capricorn, getting into sign of Aquarius and joining Jupiter and Venus. So the time period from 1st April to 7th April, it will be interesting to watch what Russia-Ukraine war has to signify. In my opinion, that time period would be a bit chaotic, a bit intensified, a bit, every part of the world will be affected somehow or the other in these 7 days particularly. 7th of April, Mars comes out of Capricorn sign of exaltation and enters into the enemy sign Saturn along with Venus and Jupiter. Mars is not very comfortable, so agitation will continue. Jupiter, which is the Jeev Karka planet, it will try to control the Mars because it is a guru. But on the other hand, Jupiter is conjunct with Venus. Both are gurus, but both are of opposite nature. Jupiter is of positive mindset, whereas Venus is of somewhat very clever. Though it is a sweet planet, but the intrinsic behavior of Venus will be to gain something. Again, on 12th of April, there will be the total shift of Rahu and Ketu. Rahu will be going to Aries sign and Ketu will be going to Libra sign. Rahu will be conjuncted with Sun in Aries. So Rahu in sign of Aries, Ketu in sign of Libra. Jupiter in sign of Aquarius with Venus and Mars. To see the energies that are concerned in the three houses 10, 11, and 12, these zodiac signs. 10 is of the work, the karma. 11 is of gains, the manifestations of desires. And 12 is of house of isolation, house of deep desires, creative. Rahu and Ketu, they are doing the energy shift from Aries and Libra. On 13th of April, Jupiter leaving the enemy sign of Aquarius and going into the sign of Pisces, its own sign. So that will be very, very good for the overall world. So in my opinion, that particular time will be the time of somehow the talks, the negotiations, the dialogues between the different nations. This will be a period of peace, of armistice. Again on 14th of April, the Sun, the Sankrant first, it will shift its zodiac sign from Pisces to Aries. Again, its Sun being the fiery planet, it gets exalted in the sign of Aries. It's a logic planet. It's a logical sign. So Sun with Rahu in the sign of Aries. So does it seem some kind of explosion? The logic will go away. The explosion will be there. The explosion of thoughts, the explosion of ideas, the explosion of egos, the explosion of self-centeredness, the explosion of the command and authority. So 7th of April till 14th of April, there might be some kind of resistance. There might be some kind of, backing up of energies. 14th of April, the energies might start to manifest itself in a position that might get fearful. The Sun will be, though it will be few longitudinal distance apart from Rahu, however, Rahu will give its effect to Sun, which might not be very good for the world order. See the positions of the planet. One planet, Jupiter, coming out of the enemy sign, going in its own Rashi. Sun going from the sign of watery towards its own exaltation. Mars coming out of exaltation towards its enemy sign to start resistance, to start instability. And again on 27th of April, the Venus coming out of its friend sign of Aquarius, ruled by Saturn, towards the sign of its enemy, Pisces, but getting exalted. So in that shell, on 27th of April, there will be Jupiter and Venus combined in the sign of Pisces. Again, there will be some kind of irritation between these two planets. So there will be some kind of planetary war. So all the energies in the three signs, 10, 11, 12, and one will be, that's Aries, will be doing Surya Grahan on Sun. So the logic goes away. It's all about the ego. It's all about the power. It's all about authority. And on 29th April, the major shift of Shani Maharaj, Saturn, goes away from Capricorn and comes into the sign of Aquarius. Saturn, which is the planet of Karam Faldata, which is the planet of patience, which is the planet of suffering, it's a planet of grief, it's a planet of pain, it's a planet of labor. It is in the sign of Aquarius, which connects a lot of people. So there will be some kind of chaos in the month of April, and these energy shifts are very complicated to be understood. So in a nutshell, the whole of April will consist of some kind of cosmic energy shifts, with a lot of planets changing its position, almost all the planets changing it. So there will be a lot of mental thoughts, a lot of aggression, a lot of ego, a lot of fight for self-respect, not only on the bigger world order, but on the self, between the partners, between the couples, in the family, between the individual, with the bosses. So the best thing to be done in the month of April is to stay calm. Just relax and let the time pass. Let the things settle. Let the planets settle their energy. Do not take any harsh decision, be it on the professional front or in the personal front, because that decision might not be very well in the upcoming future. Because when the planets are not settled down, we should not take any decision, any harsh or any rapid decision that might affect our life in the future. The best thing is to chant Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, pray to Lord MahaVishnu, and I will be putting the links, I will be putting the documents of Shri P.V.R. Narasimha Rao ji of 108 names of Lord Saturn and Lord Hanuman. You can chant that stotra as well. But the most important thing is to watch your ego. Nothing is important than the patience doing meditation at this chaotic time position. So I hope this video gives some kind of insight about what kind of things we will be facing in the month of April. But the most important advice from the senior members of this community is, please don't take any harsh decision, any rapid decision that might not be very conducive to your future. Just sit back, do prayers, constant meditation, constant self-realization, because the energy shift might not be visible in the physical form, but it will definitely govern our mental emotions, mental thoughts. The most important thing is to watch the energies of the Saturn. As the Saturn settles down, the mental thoughts will also, goes down, and then take any decision. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, please hit share, like, subscribe and comment so that you never miss an update. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.